The lore of Scary Baboon. Scary Baboon starts in 2059, 11 years into World War III, where the world is fighting for natural resources. The lab is used by the government to conduct experiments to help the war effort. Project MOM was one of them. The project was supposed to feed soldiers with a single weekly protein cube, leading us to what we have now. Baboon 001, Meat Man. Baboon 001 was a colleague of Dr. Eric who volunteered to eat the meat of mystery for Project MOM. Baboon 001 was kept in containment while they ate the meat and was checked upon a few hours later by Dr. Eric, who noticed something different with him. More tests would be required to be ran on Baboon 001, who then escaped his containment. Dr. Eric was ignored by the rest of his colleagues and was eventually locked in with his creation during lockdown. After a few weeks of isolation, Baboon 001, now nicknamed Meat Man by his colleagues, continued to evolve, whispering endlessly to Dr. Eric. Following this, Dr. Eric goes down a path of insanity and isn't heard from after February of 2064. B7 and B12, B11, B16. B7 passes the mirror test on June 14, 2062, which wasn't supposed to occur until the next quarter. While this happens, B12 begins forming something similar to syntax from flashcard prompts. Subjects attempted to sign food and open to staff, which according to one of Dr. Jean, though they weren't taught sign language yet. After this, observation cycles were boosted to hourly. B11 and B16 had a behavioral shift, hiding tools during testing sessions, rearranging furniture whenever unsupervised, and mimicking the security staff moves. On June 13, 2062, B13 made eye contact with Dr. Jean and mimicked his motions, holding its head tilt for 12 seconds. A few months after these strange occurrences, on August 3, 2062, Dr. Jean finds a message written in feces and mashed fruit. It reads, "Let us go." Dr. Jean concludes it isn't a coincidence anymore. They're learning, remembering, planning. Dr. Jean requested re-evaluation from his command. He was denied by the lab, who told him the project was promising. Dr. Jean thinks it's a mistake. 3 handlers are injured in the hallway of the lab. Subjects had triggered the fire door with a stolen ID band, lured in 2 guards, and bolted the exit behind them. The lab was able to recover everyone eventually. Dr. Jean stated that it was no longer a controlled study, it was containment. Dr. Jean also stated that he began sedating them during off hours, not wanting another breach. The lab in December is reportedly falling apart. Dr. Eric's wing is gone. Dr. Jean heard the screams through the floor. Dr. Vincent sealed himself in. Dr. Jean went to check on Group B and found that all restraints were disengaged, and every door was unlocked. He also found writing on the floor in chalk that read, "You forgot what we learned." Subject B12 through B18 are missing, but aren't dead. Xenopetrolian 12B. Dr. Vincent states that his research seeks to achieve an infinite energy source from an extraterrestrial form of crude oil, scientifically named Xenopetrolian 12B. Dr. Vincent calls Xenopetrolian 12B Black Goo Goo as a joke. Dr. Vincent reports on May 8, 2061 that Xenopetrolian 12B has demonstrated incredible regenerative properties capable of generating perpetual energy and multiplying without external input. The implications are revolutionary, according to Dr. Vincent, who also reports that Xenopetrolian 12B reacts to stimuli, light, heat, electricity, and even moves suddenly when provoked. Dr. Vincent writes within his second log about a new scientist, Dr. Eric, who was exiled to Lab C after an experimental disaster with synthetic meat. It reminds him of the many failed experiments in Lab C. Dr. Eric often sought Dr. Vincent's counsel frequently at first, but there's something reckless within his eyes. Dr. Vincent states that he'll keep his distance, as Xenopetrolian 12b requires his full attention given recent observations that it appears to be increasingly responsive to human presence. In a log on November 30th, 2063, Dr. Vincent states that Xenopetrolian 12b is way more active and intelligent than he thought. He stated that twice now he's found the containment jar slightly displaced from its original position. Each morning, the goo appears to be marginally larger despite no added nutrients. He thinks that it could be spontaneously reproducing. He also states that he's reinforced containment measures, installed motion sensors, and triple sealed the jar. He dares to not underestimate it, meanwhile, Dr. Eric's experiment grows increasingly disturbing. He cuts off all contact with Dr. Eric. Dr. Vincent reports disturbing developments despite his precautions. Xenopetrolian 12b exhibits clear signs of sentience. It shifts directionally toward heat sources, almost deliberately like it's seeking something. Dr. Vincent, the day prior, witnessed it tapping rhythmically against the glass, perhaps testing the containment. Dr. Vincent says he's wary, but the science is controlled. It could accelerate research significantly. He still stays vigilant. The history of Lab C warns against recklessness. He also notes that he sees Dr. Eric's lights burn into the late night as isolation takes its toll on him. The goo grows. Sensors detect constantly and subtle movements overnight. This morning, Dr. Vincent confirmed the impossible. The substance has multiplied again, visibly larger even without external input. According to Dr. Vincent, it hums faintly now, vibrating at a frequency just audible enough to disturb his concentration. Dr. Eric's section remains quiet. Occasionally, Dr. Vincent hears faint ramblings about hunger and ascension. His madness deepens daily. Dr. Eric's obsession serves as a stark warning to Dr. Vincent. Caution and discipline must remain Dr. Vincent's highest priority. In February of 2064, Dr. Vincent writes about how the goo can recognize him, stating that he cannot ignore the signs anymore. When Dr. Vincent approaches the containment vessel, Xenopetrolian 12b shifts aggressively towards Dr. Vincent, pulsing with energy. Dr. Vincent reports that twice that week alone, he's found the containment jar close to the edge of the shelf. Dr. Vincent wonders if it's attempting to escape. Despite his anxiety, he reinforces all containment protocols again. Installed redundant cameras and scheduled hourly security checks. He cannot allow it to escape containment. Dr. Vincent wakes up to alarms. The containment jar is shattered on the ground. Xenopetrolian 12b nowhere to be seen. Surveillance cameras show nothing beside the jar inching closer to the edge of the shelf, as if pushed by an unseen hand, until it fell and broke. Dr. Vincent initiated lockdown, but sensors detect no trace of it anywhere. Dr. Vincent wonders if it could have moved through the walls, absorbed into the transfracture, or worse. Dr. Eric's madness pales compared to what Dr. Vincent unleashed. Glycon serum. Dr. Haven states that they don't need stronger soldiers. They don't need braver ones. They need monsters that follow orders. Project Glycon is the solution. 1 syringe, 1 subject, 10 minutes of unrelenting violence. Dr. Haven also states that the serum is bright green, viscous, reactive, and painful upon entry. He also mentions that it works on baboon test subjects, as human trials aren't authorized yet. In September of 2063, Dr. Haven reported that Group Gamma had failed. None of the baboons could survive post-injection, causing extreme muscle rupture, bone displacement, and extreme neural trauma. Most didn't survive the first 60 seconds of injection, and the rest were forced to be terminated. A new batch would arrive soon. Dr. Haven reported on September 22, 2063, that subject B19 had accepted serum and had full body transformation in 3 seconds, with enhanced musculature, I think I'm saying that right. Glowing eyes and extreme aggression. Without hesitation, 10 minutes of pure carnage ensued. When it ended, B-19 collapsed for 30 seconds before getting back up. Calm, docile. Vitals normal, like he didn't remember anything. B-19 reached for the syringe again like nothing happened. In his fourth entry, Dr. Haven talks about how his colleagues call his experiment dangerous, barbaric, and cruel. Meanwhile, Dr. Eric is feeding meat to corpses and Dr. Vincent's pet oil is tapping on its jar like it wants out. He also states that his test subject does what it's told rather than go loose. Dr. Haven also mentions that he's begun refining the doses. 5 syringes in storage, only allowed on baboons. Human trials will begin after the baboon model is stable. On October 19th, 2063, subject B-22 self-injected with no hesitation and tore through the reinforced door frames before attempting to break into sublevel 2 before Dr. Haven engaged the failsafe. After reverting, B-22 showed no recognition of the event. Calm, normal, pupils, dilation normal. He began grooming himself like nothing happened. Dr. Haven states that the serum works and that some part enjoys it, even if they don't remember it. Dr. Haven calibrates the transformation window to exactly 9 minutes and 58 seconds. At 10 minutes, the serum metabolizes fully and the subject returns to baseline vitals, with no effect afterwards, no resistance, and no memory. Dr. Haven also states that he's waiting on approval to begin human testing. Dr. Haven's last log states that a containment breach occurred, with Dr. Eric's wing gone, dark. Dr. Vincent sealed in his lab. Dr. Haven has 2 syringes left, one for emergency deployment and the other is for field testing. And that's Scary Baboon lore. Yeah, that's basically Scary Baboon lore. If you enjoyed that, then comment, I guess I'll make another if I need. Basically, that explained Baboon 001, aka Meatman, B7, B12, B11, and B16, Xenopetrolian 12B, and the Glycon serum, which are basically the main parts of Scary Baboon. So, if you want another video explaining all of the lore, then I'll make it if it gets enough likes. But, yeah, if you like the video, subscribe, and bye.